Hey everybody, driver's meeting in probably about 5 minutes, and just a warning, I think this session maybe also set up a little quality, because investigator from last week, we didn't think, not sure about that, but we'll see. So just be aware for your quality that All right, everybody, welcome to Season 5, Week 3 of OMEC. This is Bob Lindell, driving the number 77 Porsche, just getting a couple things before we get going tonight. Last week, we saw Scott Kimbrough take the checkers after 90 minutes at Hockenheim, but it was Matt Mykoff and Bradley Alvis who moved to the top of the points leaderboard. They are currently tied for first, with the hungry Kimbrough only a single point behind them. We're seeing some tight battles all the way down the OMEC roster. Great opportunities out there for a fast race to really have an impact. On the team side, Empire Racing had quite a week, setting both Shutout and Drive It and A to get the top spot on the leaderboard. Those three rounding out the top spots with the battle brewing, and then a sharp drop-off between Lomax and fourth, trying to hold off the Hollow Motion. Remember, we do have two drop weeks that won't be accounted for in the points until later in the season, so there is still plenty of time to make moves in every position counts. Speaking of every position, our captain OMEC is not going to be blazingly fast just to come ready to race. If you find you're not able to do that, we do have those two drop weeks. So retiring early and coming back next week with a little more practice under your belt might be a smart move. We do have a large span of high ratings and paces on that. It is early in the season. I'm anticipating that we're still going to see people working out the jitters, but everyone has to have some patience, has to get faster drivers, allow a little extra room, slower drivers, extra considerable folks having a race at the front. And then it's pretty tight at the top. Watch your rejoin. Crash might take you out of control, but you are 100% in control of your rejoin. Keep your relative up and wear some surroundings at all times. A couple things for tonight. We do have broadcast, so if you land in first, second, or last, please join Discord into the waiting room for a post-race interview. Hang out in there, and Marcus will pull you in. This is a sprint race. That means it's a 30-minute race, and with our fuel level, sometimes fuel becomes an issue. So remember to uncheck your tires. You will then burn by that effect. You must finish with a running status in iRacing to record any points. Keep that in mind. Directly after this session, with a doubleheader, there will be a new OMEC session with the second track for tonight. So drop after this race, rejoin for the second half of the event. The second session, I think, opens at 7:40 Central, and we'll start again with a 20-minute practice. You don't have to run both races, but each race tonight is worth half points. So in order to get full points for tonight, you're going to want to run both of them. There's a 10x drive-through with another drive-through every 6 after, and one fast and fair. Incident limits are there to promote clean racing. We have set the limits where we think people can make some honest mistakes but still be in the race. Shouldn't be seen as a number of times I can strategically cut the track before I get penalized. So race hard, keep it respectful and clean. Slower drivers and back markers, stay on your line, stay predictable. It is the faster car's responsibility to do a safe overtake, but you have a big part in that. Be predictable and facilitate a pass where you can in a straight. Don't take somebody too wide into a tricky spot. We all use some common sense. Everyone is going to have a good race, but accidents do happen. Keep that in mind if something goes poorly. Obviously, this is for fun. None of us are pros at racing incidents to happen. If you're caught fooling, this is the temptation to put everybody in blast on your shows. Save the replay and contact an admin so that so I can recap on that one again. If something does happen, seize the moment, resist that temptation to come on voice and wake somebody up. And we'll act the fact that we'll be able to sprint meets, you can get bonus points. One person does. Fastest lap in each race gets the bonus point. They do not go away with drops. Only clean laps. Only clean laps count. They must finish in a running status on the iRace grade and official results. And only clean laps the last class. All right, starting.
All right, everybody, welcome to OMEC Season 5, Week 3. We are here with a sprint weekend, and I am in the broadcast booth with my co-host, Devin Adams, who currently cannot hear me because Discord is set to the wrong mic, but I feel like he can hear me now. Devin Adams, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing tonight?
I am doing great. How are you doing tonight? Are you ready for tonight's race?
Ready for another exciting race.
But this is, as I said, Season 5, Week 3. This is a sprint weekend, so we have two races. 30 minutes at Willow Springs, 30 minutes at Okayama. We don't have a lot of foggy weather stuff like we did last week and the week before, but we do have a pretty hot track. Might get a little greasy out there, might see some problems, but I am excited to see some racing.
Especially on such an interesting track like this one.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been to Willow Springs. This is a fairly new track. I think it just came out on iRacing just a few months ago, maybe last season.
I think it was last season. 2024 Season 4, I think.
Yeah, I have not actually done an official race here, but I've done a few time trials. I've driven on it a little bit. Only 9 corners in the whole track. That midsection, after turns probably 1, 2, 3, turns 4 and 5 there, that tight right-hander up over that crest is going to be pretty tricky.
150%. That's got to be the hardest part of the track. We're going to see a lot of crashing tonight, I feel like.
Looks like we do have, so far, another 30 people have shown up tonight, amazingly. We're going to do our best to bring you all the action. Currently, we're in practice. We've got about 2 minutes left to practice. And then tonight at Willow Springs, we are going to have 10 minutes of open qualifying, which will be the last race, the last sprint race to have open qualifying. The rest will all be solo, but we get one more exciting day of open qualifying. Who do you think is going to come out on top in this open qualifying?
Just looking at the past races, it's either going to be Wyckoff, Alvis, or Kimbrough. That's my guesses. I'm really rooting for Nate, though. I want to see him take it all.
You don't think we're going to see Bob Lindell take it top 5?
He is a contender for sure. He is a demon. He may not have the pace, but he can definitely keep it on the track. And in a track like this, that's all you need.
That is, especially with the new GT3 tire update just a few months ago on this hot track. We can see, I'll open it up here and see what kind of, can you see what kind of temps we got going on right now?
It's looking like we are at 93 on the track and 90 in the air.
That is definitely a pretty spicy track temperature.
Pretty calm day, though, only 2-mile-an-hour winds.
Compared to the 30 we had at the season opener, yeah.
Yup.
Looks like right now putting down the fastest time, a 1:13.5 is Kimbrough. He is at the top here in this open practice.
Fastest time by 0.3 too. He's a demon.
Yeah, especially on this short of a track too. This is a short one. They're going to be putting in a lot of laps in those 30 minutes.
Yeah, they are.
Was Jake Luther here the first week?
Yes, he was.
He was here. He's still up there in P2 as well.
He's in 4th position overall with 98 points. Only 6 behind Mr. Kimbrough.
Where are we at in the team standings? Do you have that guy open?
Could you repeat that, please?
Where are we at in the team standings? Do you got that guy open?
Team standings. I do not have team standings open yet. Give me just a second. Looks like we got Empire Racing in P1 with Shut Up and Drive It in P2 with a 4-second or a 4-point gap between the two. Shut Up and Drive It B, or Shut Up and Drive It A, I'm sorry, is behind in P3 with 192 points, 7 points behind P2. Then we have our Lord and Savior Slomek in P4.
Slomek bringing it up in P4. I'm proud of him. Valhalla Racing in P5. I don't think Adam Hay showed up the last. He wasn't there the first week. I don't know about the second week. I wasn't here because unfortunately my internet died. But
Our internet died.
was your internet down too?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, all over the place, huh?
It was there, but it wasn't there.
Mine was completely
coming in and
down for 2 days. It was pretty wild.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Can't imagine a life without iRacing.
It's not fun. It's pretty depressing. I won't lie, but I made it through it. It was a hardship, but we're here.
Well, I'm glad to see you survived it.
Definitely. Let's go on board with Matthew Wyckoff. Let's see. Actually, who's out in front right now? Probably Kimbrough.
Looks like Kimbrough's in the middle of the pack. Gonna be rough trying to find a good qualifying or a good space to qualify. Already a spin. Matthew Wyckoff spins.
Yeah, Matthew Wyckoff. Yeah, that's that tricky part where it pops uphill. It's so easy to spin right there.
Yep. Patrick Cantrell trying to steal that draft from Scott, Mr. Kimbrough.
We're going on board with Kevin Medida right now, who's just starting his hop lap, but he's going around what I believe is called the Rabbit's Ear. Turn 2, which is a big old hairpin. Coming around, and then you'll come up here. You got to get over to the right for this left-hander that's going up the hill. Extremely low visibility from my point of view, and then that's immediately going to go right through, I believe this is called like the Budweiser Carousel, over pretty much a blind hill, coming right down to a fast right, and then left-hand sweeper. You want to get it in there and get on the camber, but not quite hit the curbs. And then again over another right-hand crest down to the straight that is technically turn 7, just a little bit of a kink. And then around this big sweeper, turn 8. It's just like this never-ending turn. You really don't know where the breaking point is here for turn 9, that you then just kind of go through. And there's the curb on the end. You cut it too much, you're really getting the gravel, and it slows it down. And then you're back on the straightaway. And that is a lap. Super quick lap times.
Can I ask you a stupid question?
Yes.
Are you live?
Yes.
No, like live in the sim? Or are you on replay?
Let me see. Oh man, I'm on replay. I think. I'm on live. Kevin Medida is going around turn.
Oh yeah, yep. Sorry.
Right here? Trying to throw me off.
T2 now?
Trying to be sneaky. No, not T2. Are you live?
I am live. I'm probably just not counting correctly.
He's on the back straight right now.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. He's going through it. This is a really fast lap. Who's put in a minute 13? That is a very small lap. We might as well be racing Summit Point. How long is this track?
It's only 2.5 miles.
Yeah, it's a pretty short track.
And fun fact, this course has had the same layout since 1953.
That's actually
Does not change one bit.
insane. They haven't added any safety whatsoever.
Well, they may have added safety, but the same layout since 1953.
Yeah, usually they change the layout. Although it's not like F1 cars that come in here or anything.
Exactly. But they do have a bunch of motorcycle endurance races here. This was the home of the first 24-hour motorcycle endurance race.
They do 24-hour motorcycle endurance races?
I recently found that out too. Sounds insane, doesn't it?
That does sound insane. Motorcycle racing at night sounds insane.
Got one big old headlight and that's all you got.
Yep. Looks like we do have Kimbrough, Luther, and Kundal all in the top 3. Only separated by half a second in between them. What team is Kimbrough on?
Kimbrough is on Empire Racing, P1.
I feel like he's going to sweep the season. That's my prediction.
Him and Mike Braun are super strong contenders. Nate Sides pulling up in P5 on the grid.
That is a very strong showing from our OMEC veteran here tonight. With that livery he's running. Ooh, as we just see him go off the track and nick that curb on the way out. These curbs are rough. If you drop off into the dirt, it is a big drop. That paint he's running on his car is a paint of a jet ski, I think. But I think it looks like one of those like styrofoam fountain drink cups. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's totally what it is. Looks like we got.
It's got that 7-Eleven cup livery.
Yeah, literally. Douglas Jerem in the Barbie car going off on turn 1. Turn 1's super easy to go off on. It's very misleading. Looks like he's gonna take a trip to the outhouse where those 2 officials are standing there. That's not a good way to get a good qualifying time, taking a bathroom break. Jake Luther went off track. This coming up that blind right-hand corner. Just sent it a little too hard into the gravel. At least with the new iRacing Dirt update, you know, if you go in the dirt, you can actually come to a stop.
Exactly.
We have off tracks all over the place. We got Clarence Rosa off track. We'll see what happened in the Porsche.
I feel like we're going to be seeing a lot of those tonight.
Oh, he just drove off the track. He's like, I'm out. I'm tired of this track. It sucks. Parked it in the dirt.
Interesting. Clarence Rosa has a Empire Racing livery, but he is not listed on the Empire Racing team.
That is interesting. Is he part of any team?
Not that I can see, no.
Maybe he's trying out.
Yeah, this is the tryout race.
Yeah. Nick Tyrrell went off track in his still Scooby-Doo themed car, but it's less Scooby-Doo, but it still says Mystery Machine on the side. It's like a modern Scooby-Doo. Went off track again.
And into the pits for him.
This might be a rough race for him. Where is he qualifying? He's sitting down in 23rd of the 116.3. Looks like he has not been able to get a clean lap in yet.
3 seconds off pace. That is not a good look for him.
As for OMEC drivers, looks like Nate Side's still the highest up there in P6. And then we have next Landon Orr down in P12, followed by Patrick Cantrell in P13. It looks like we got Bob Lindell down in 23rd of the 116.04.
You're forgetting my boy Kevin again with the 114.8.
Kevin Hayes with the 114.8. Shit, you're right. What a terrible league owner.
Says you're racing tonight too.
It does say that. Why does it say that on there? Did I not go in as a spectator?
You might not have.
Did I mess that up? Oh my god.
And a spin from Nick Terrell.
Nick.
That's a nice looking Audi though.
Nick Tyrrell. Like tier and then L.
Tyrell.
I had to ask him because I always said Terrell, but it's Tyrell.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Adam Wake. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. I'm excited to see what he raced tonight because he was way back in season 3. He was here. He raced LMP3 for a little bit, and he was very quick. And we had not seen him for a long time. I'm even the one who took away his number for the league because I didn't think he was ever going to show back up again. And all of a sudden, here he is. So, what's up, Adam? I hope you do good tonight. Maybe you'll get an interview at the end of the night. I don't know. He's running a 14.8. It looks like he's about a second and a half off from the leader. But, again, it's pretty hard to get a time in when it's open qualifying for 10 minutes on such a short track. Looks like P3 was taken away from Aubrey by Aaron Myers.
And there's a checkered. Now we just gotta wait for everybody to cross that line one more time. That Kimbrough is a demon. Half a second quicker than P2.
Yeah, he just doesn't stop. Has he even been in the pits this whole time, or has he just been out there throwing down laps?
I think he's just been running laps. I haven't seen him go into the pits.
Yeah. Killing it. I think he was...
Race for P4 will be fun to watch, though. P3 and P3 through P5 are all within a tenth.
Absolutely.
It'll be a rough one for the top 5 tonight.
My computer does not want to go to live. I'm stuck on replay every time I hit live.
Interesting.
How many minutes do we got left till the race starts?
35 seconds.
And then 2 minutes of grid?
Yep.
I'm going to close out of my race and open it back up because I don't know what's going on. The stream picture is probably just black right now, but we're going to fix it. Bear with me. I couldn't get it to go back to live. It was only stuck on replay. Watch.
And we are sitting on the grid.
All right. You want to run us through the grid while I'm loading mine back up?
Looks like we got Scott Kimbrough in first with Jake Luther in second. Aaron Myers next with Aubrey Kundal in fourth. Mike Braun in fifth. Nate Sides, an OMEC veteran, in sixth. We got Will Coffey in seventh. Daryl Weininger in eighth. Patrick Cantrell, another OMEC veteran, in ninth. Jeffrey McDonald in 10th, Bradley Alvis in 11th, Matthew Wyckoff in 12th, Michael Doyan, that's a new one for us, in 13th, Kevin Medida in 14th, Kevin Hayes, OMAC veteran and teammate, is 15th, Clarence Rosa in 16th, Landon Orr in 17th, and Adam Waukee in 18th, Brad McCombs in 19th, Tony Casaedo in 20th, John Kelly in 21st, Richard Costanza in 22nd, Bob Lindell in number 23rd, Nick Terrell in 24th, Shane Brown in 25th, Fanacini, the most fun name to pronounce, in 26th, Mitch Buenaventura in 27th, Billy Bowerman in 28th, Mr. Marcus Osborne in 30th, and Douglas Jerem in 29th.
I'm really happy that I out-qualified Douglas Jerem. Also, you rattled off Buenaventura. We got that name down.
Yeah, we do.
After that big discussion in the last broadcast. We spent more time learning to pronounce his name than anyone else.
Exactly. That was a fun one to say, too.
It is. Just rolls off the tongue. I am at 99% loaded. Here we go.
Looks like you got 5 seconds before we start rolling.
Perfect.
Based on my terrible math.
Wait, I'm on a Daytona race.
What?
Why am I on a Daytona race? Oh no.
How did you manage that?
Oh no.
We're rolling.
I'm gonna miss the race. Talk us through it. It's you. This is radio, everyone.
Well, we're rolling through this front stretch right now. Just waiting to get to that first corner. Rolling through it. Nobody weaving or doing anything dumb. Oh, of course, as soon as I say that, Mr. Jake Luther decides to start weaving. Corner 2. Who's your pick for tonight? Who do you think we got winning?
I think we got Kimball winning. Can I say his name?
Kimbrow.
Kimbrow is winning it.
There you go. I'm still hoping for our boy Nathan Sides.
I'm trying my hardest to get back into the session. I couldn't do watch because I've already been registered as a driver, so it is loading back up. What have I missed?
Nothing much yet. We're still rolling through our pace lap.
Is it a full pace lap here at Willow?
It is a full pace lap.
All right, I got it loading up.
Looks like we're rolling through turn 4, soon to be turn 5.
Maybe I'll get back up before the race starts.
Got a long straightaway to load up. Think you'll be good.
I'm at 30%.
Still haven't hit turn 8 yet. Just went through turn 7. A tiny little kink.
It's gonna be close. I don't think I'm gonna be there. I have 40%.
The top 5, top 6 is running a perfect staggered start right now.
That's beautiful. We're at 50%. 60%.
Rolling through this entry of turn 8.
That's gonna be close. Ooh, we're stuck at 64%. %. Where are we at?
Just went through turn 9.
About to go on the finish straight. I'm gonna let you take it away. I'm at 90%.
And the pace car is in. Waiting for green flag. And we're green. Early move 3 wide going into turn 1. Big wreck from Adam Waukee. Turn 1 wreck.
Oh no, Adam Walk. Hey, I'm here. We're gonna see what happened. We're doing the instant replay. I wasn't here, so I can't see it. What happened to him?
Looked like just a spin. Let me double look. Watch that. Oh, he got forced 3 wide by... Can't even tell. By Clarence Rosa.
We got another big crash around turn 6. That looks like Bob Lindell, Shane Brown. Ooh, Ooh, Shane Brown got in the back of Bob Lindell. Looks like knocked him right off the track, unfortunately. That was a dive bomb right up on the inside. He's definitely not going to be happy about that one.
Lucky for Bob, I'm not seeing too much damage on him.
Nah, did get a little damage, but was just booped right off the track. Looks like in first place, Billy Bowerman.
I'm still seeing Scott Kimbrough in first.
Yeah, my stuff is all messed up. We do got Scott Kimbrough in first place. Even though it says he's in sixth, because it says there's 5 people in front, but they're a lap ahead. It's probably because I'm in the server, so that's going to mess up all the stuff.
Yep, it's just going to instantly recognize that you're in first place.
Great. So it looks like we got Douglas Jerem off the track. Let's take a look and see what happened. In that Barbie Ferrari, just a little too far right, wheels stuck in the gravel on the right side, and he's going to take the long way around, take down a couple cones. He's getting back to that outhouse again. Was he the one that went there last time?
I believe so.
We need to take a look and see if he needs to visit there often or what's going on. My timing table is going to be all messed up. What place is Douglas Jerem in?
Douglas Jerem is in 25th, from what I can see here.
Can I DQ myself?
That might work. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there we go. That fixed it. DQ'd myself. I'm now in last place. We're good. Looks like we got Scott Kimbrough still at the top. Fen Achini went off track. We'll see what happened there. And that
Our boy Fennessy. Fennicini.
We never did ask him how he never
No,
got back to
no.
us.
Remember?
We did?
Yeah, no. One of his big followers came in and told us that it's just like fettuccine.
So it's Fennicini.
Yes,
That's good to
fettuccine.
know.
Oh, big crash from Nate Sides.
And Jeff McDonald. We'll see what happens here.
Oh man, big wreck coming out of turn 9.
Oh, looks like Jeff McDonald got loose and just slammed into that Porsche. Just slammed into the Porsche of Patrick Cantrell. Looks like Nate Sides got around it. That was a rough run. That is Jeff McDonald is out of that one.
Oh man.
Let's see if we can take a look at that one more time. We'll take a look at it from the cockpit view. Jeff McDonald coming around that last turn. Back end just slides around like the Porsche always does. He tries to keep it under control and just gets slammed by Patrick Cantrell.
Just collecting cars.
That is not good. Was that Patrick Cantrell?
I believe so.
Yeah, Patrick Cantrell went off track. Let's see. He's coming around there, turn 8. Ooh, no, Patrick Cantrell just kind of went off track. Must not have been him. Let's see who that was. Jeff McDonald sliding off there. We're gonna see who is in this Porsche. That was Patrick Cantrell. Coming around, nothing he could do. I think it looks like he might have got away with that with very minimal damage. Nah, he's got... Oh! His car just popped back into shape. Real nice. Like, he is leaving a lot of sparks, though. That definitely left him with a lot of damage. So it looks like he collected Patrick Cantrell. It looks like we got a crash from Clarence Rosa. Let's see what happened there. We'll go back. He's in the pits all messed up.
Looks like Jeff McDonald's back out there, though.
We do have one fast repair, and he was right there. Unfortunately, Clarence Rosa did a great job of avoiding Jeff McDonald. But that made him lose control and drive straight into the pits. Here he is coming around turn 8, going into turn 9. This is where Jeff McDonald loses control. Patrick Cantrell hits him. We got another one collected. He drives around him and just slams into the wall there in the pit stop. That is very unfortunate. Who do we got in the next wreck?
John Kelly, I think.
Take a look at John Kelly here. That's him coming back on track. Let's see what happened when he went off track.
John Kelly and Billy Bowerman.
Oh, yeah, looks like Billy Bowerman, his nose was just in there on the outside. John Kelly went wide and threw him off. Did Billy Bowerman keep it out of the wall? He did. Looks like both of them kept it out of the wall, so just a little bump there.
Another one from Fennicini.
There are so many crashes on this track today. Let's take a look at Fennicini. Ooh, Fennicini just bumping the back of... Oh, he got bumped. Who did he get bumped by? I gotta recognize everyone's liveries. Oh, that is a Ninja racing car. Ninja Botanicals. That's John Kelly. Yeah, John Kelly.
NinjaBotanicals.com for all your Kratom needs in South Florida.
I think he might have been a little too much Kratom because he just stuck it on the inside there and bumped into that rear bumper. And that let Bob Lindell get around John Kelly there. Let's bring us back into the live view. Bob Lindell back in 20th, not doing so hot. He's going to have a talk with the boss of OMEC when he comes back from this race if he can't get any top 10 positions.
Nate Side's still going strong in P6, though. Scott Kimbrough still in first place with a full 2-second gap to P2.
Looks like we got a lot of people at the back due to crashes. Jeff McDonald is back in 26, 21 places down from where he qualified due to that crash. Patrick Cantrell is down 13 places. Clarence Rosa is down 21 places. Tony Casito down 16 places from getting collected up in all those incidents on. But here we got right now on my screen Bob Lindell. John Kelly is right behind him looking to take that place back. You got Porsche v Porsche coming down here through turns 5 and 6, this downhill sweeper, and then we're coming on to the back straight, gonna go through the kink, and we're gonna see if John Kelly is gonna make a move on Bob Lindell. We're gonna go on board with John Kelly onto the gyro cam here. He's still a little ways back. He's about 7/10 back. He got this big sweeper here. Hard to know when to brake, but easy to make a move if the person in front of you doesn't quite know the braking point, which looks like what happened. He's already gained about 2/10 on Bob on just that first straight. 3/10 now. He's down to within 4/10 of a gap. This track is really just like a lot of swoopy corners. I wouldn't say a lot of great passing opportunities, but if you can keep your line good.
Landon Orr spinning.
Landon Orr, let's take a look. Landon
Looks like a self-spin.
In that 7-Eleven Cup Audi. Looks like he got on the gravel and he was going to save it, but then, yeah, just spun, kept the brakes locked up good. Everyone goes around him. Tries to hop over that mountain of a curb. And slowly gets spun around. That's the thing on this track. Like, you spin off the track, but it takes you a long time to get back on the track and get going. It's so hilly, it's like almost driving off a cliff. Where is Bob? Oh, Bob Lindell and John Kelly. Got to check back on this battle. John Kelly's still right on the rear end of John Lindell there. Going into the gravel, trying to make a pass. Couldn't quite get it done. Looks like Bob is blinking a little bit. Got some internet connection problems. Hopefully there's nothing going on there. It looks like Bowerman is making a pass on Costanza. Let's go take a look at that. Bowerman coming around the edge there, that rabbit's ear, I think is what it's called, turn 3. Goes around Costanza, no problem. Just got it lined up. Costanza is right on the back of him, still coming up through this complex series of blind right-handers. It looks like the Porsche's no match for that Audi, though.
Now, did you know that Mr. John Kelly used to be a former RW Formula and prototype driver and an engineer?
In real life, what is RW prototype engineer?
No, RW Formula.
What's RW formula?
See, I'm assuming it's some kind of race car. I'm not exactly sure what an RW car is, but he was a prototype driver. That's all that matters. But now, according to him, these are his words, not mine. He is just a retired old fart.
Life, what is RW prototype? That's interesting.
Very interesting.
That is interesting. And now he's here, shaking down Bob Lindell. They are bumper to bumper right now. I'm back. And they got Landon Orr behind him in the 7-Eleven Cup Audi. Kelly has closed that gap. He is within 0.3 of Bob Lindell right now, hunting him down. We're here cockpit view right now with John Kelly. Trying to set up that back end, getting a little loose right there. We're coming down here through this left-hander, setting it up, almost running into the back of him. Pretty hard to get a pass set up here. Looks like Bob Lindell got a better exit. They're coming down here through the kink and going through this never-ending set of a big right-hand corner. This track may as well be an oval on this section. We need to get the NASCARs out here.
Maybe he meant RC Formula?
There's John Kelly trying to line up the pass. He goes wide, gets on the grass just a little bit. And he's all over the bumper of Bob Lindell. Maybe he'll try to make a move here on the inside.
That's got to be it.
Ooh, there it is. Tries to send it up the inside. We're coming up here into turn 3 into the Rabbit's something. Rabbit's ear. John Kelly makes the pass around Bob Lindell. I think it looks like Landon Orr was able to get around as well. Let's take one more look at that. Oh, yeah, it looks like Bob Lindell went off just a tiny bit, and John Kelly was able to take it around the inside. And Landon Orr is just going to follow in his draft right around the inside, and that is Bob Lindell getting passed by 2 people. 1 OMEC veteran. 1 Ninja Botanicals veteran. And that is John Kelly taking it for 17th. We got a lot of really exciting mid-race battles this season. That was exciting. It was almost like it was for first place, but it was just for 17th, which is amazing. And speaking of OMEC veterans, in a battle, we got our man Kevin Hayes in 9th place. He is only half a second behind Matthew Wyckoff. It looks like a pretty Audi Porsche dominant field. That kind of seems like the meta this season.
The Audi is an absolute demon.
Is it? Yeah, I did a race at Hockenheim, and I was in the BMW, and I was the only one in the BMW.
Yep.
It was all Porsches, all Audis, like nothing.
Well, we lost our resident BMW driver tonight, Derek Fotre, due to some work-related issues.
That's unfortunate. Looks like Kevin.
But I'm pretty sure he's watching right now.
Looks like Kevin Medida is out there in the BMW. Is he the only one? He is the only one. BMW must suck this season, huh?
In my opinion, I've never driven it, or I have driven it just for a couple of test laps, but it's just not my favorite car. It's just something about it. It's just the sounds. It's just not. It's not my favorite.
It sounds completely boring.
Yep.
It does a nice little turbo like noise when you let off the gas. That's pretty cool. But you usually don't let off the gas, because you're racing.
Exactly.
So you don't hear that often. But I mained the BMW, I would say, at least for like 2 years.
Oh, yeah?
And yesterday at Hockenheim, it felt absolute terrible. It was the worst car.
The Audi is definitely one of the best cars right now.
Yeah, Audi. I guess Audi and the Lamborghini are basically the same car, just different body panels.
Yep.
But it looks like Hayes is still all over the back of Wyckoff. He's closed that gap down in 0.2 seconds. They're going through the kink. They're going through the last corners, 8 and 9. We'll see if Wyckoff is able to make, or we'll see if Hayes is able to make a move. Looks like he was kind of trying for something there on the inside. It's all about who gets the better run out of turn 9.
Looks like we only got about 8 minutes left in this race.
This time has flown by, and Hayes definitely did not get a good run out of turn 9 because that gap between him and Wyckoff only raised. It looks like Luther, Kundral, and Myers, though, back up here at the front, all up on each other. We got Myers in the Ferrari, Luther on the Porsche, and Kundral in the Lamborghini. It does seem like a very mid-engine dominant season, although Porsche rear engine. Scott Kimbrough, I would say the Max Verstappen of our league, miles above everyone else. He's 6 seconds up the track, kind of just driving around, having a good time, taking in the sights of Willow Springs. Where's Willow Springs at? Is this in California?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes, he's taking in the sights and the sounds of the California desert.
Did you know that the first NASCAR race west of the Mississippi was actually at this racetrack?
At Willow Springs?
Yes, sir.
That's incredible. The first NASCAR, what year was it? Like the 50s?
That would have had to have been 60 something.
What did NASCARs even
didn't-
look like in the 60s?
Well, you know what they look like in the 80s.
Was that what they looked like in the 60s?
Probably a little bit older than that.
Or were they more like like old like Ford Coupes?
I'm pretty sure it was
Was that
just...
still like moonshine days, or was that just in like the
No, that's
30s?
like about 20 years later than that.
I think I've
Let's
only...
see.
The oldest NASCAR I've ever seen is those 80s. I've never seen anything older. 60s, that had to be like boats.
Yeah.
Like what?
What do you
Or were they
look
still
like?
racing like... Was it still an Impala body like in the 60s? Because that would have been huge.
Yep. That's what it's looking like.
That's crazy. Looks like we still got the positions for 2, 3, and 4 are still super close. They've been racing this whole race 0.3 of a second off each other. It looks like they're just taking their time until the very end. Probably hoping someone makes a mistake. I'm not sure. Coming here into turn 1, you think, oh, who's... So Myers, Luther, and Kundal. Who's on a... A couple of those are on a team, aren't they? Or are they all 3 on separate teams? Where's that roster?
Who are you asking about?
Luther, Myers, Luther, and Kundal.
Myers, Luther, and Kundal?
Yep.
Luther's on Shut Up and Drive A. Kundal is on Long Shot Racing. And Myers is on... is not on a team.
Oh, so they're not even playing the team game. This is just 3 people. I honestly can't believe no one has made a move yet. Unless they're just not able to. Maybe they're not able to keep up with the Myers, but Luther and Kundal... I think Luther might be just biding his time until the very end. How many minutes have we got left of this race?
Looks like about 5 minutes.
5 minutes left. And they should be able to theoretically make it to the end on 1 stop of fuel. Everyone does have 50% fuel, so everyone's got a half hour of fuel. But it is a half-hour race, depending on when that leader crosses the finish line. You might have to do like a full extra lap, so some of them could be cutting it close. And especially tires on a hot track. What's the track temp looking like out there?
Track temp, we're looking at 91 degrees still. It's actually gone down in temperature.
Yeah, it's actually not
Because
too
we're
bad.
looking at 89 temp at the 89 degrees in the air.
The new GT3 tire model, though, is definitely more brutal than the last one.
150%.
Yeah, totally.
It just, especially in the Porsche, that thing really wants to kick its butt out.
Is it still death to use the ABS? This is what I've been trying to figure out. I've done about 2 GT3 races, but I can't... Because used to, you get on the ABS, completely destroy the tires, but I'm not sure if that's still the case anymore.
I'm not sure. I haven't really tested hitting the ABS. I'm so used to the old tire model.
In the back, if we look at some of our battles here, Hayes is still behind Wyckoff. He hasn't been able to close that gap. Doyon? Michael Doyon? He's starting to close the gap, maybe a little bit behind Hayes. He's only a second behind Hayes. We got, where is he? Kevin Medida, our only BMW driver out there tonight. It looks like he might be catching up to Brad McCombs. He was a half of a second behind. And there goes Jeff. Oh, goodness. Who was that behind him? That looked like Jeff McDonald. I was just talking about Kevin Medida, and Jeff McDonald just shot off the track there in turn 9. There's that classic Porsche back end. And he just shoots off the track. And there's nothing there to stop you. He's just out there off-roading in the desert. Got to get back on before that wall. And it looks like he cuts out just in front of Patrick Cantrell. And Patrick Cantrell's able to get around him. That bumps him up to 23rd place. Looks like Tony Casito went off track. We'll see what happens with Tony. Ooh, yeah, he got that. That's where if you cut that curb too much, it's just like almost the whole car goes in the air, like all 3 wheels. All 4 wheels. Cars don't have 3 wheels. They have 4.
Well, some of them do.
I'm smart. 5 if you count the spare tire. You never know. Looks like up at the front we still have Myers, Luther, and Kundal. Medida all up on Kevin McCombs. He's only 2/10 behind Kevin McCombs. It's Kevin Medida and Brad McCombs. Brad McCombs, I've raced with him over the past couple years in a different league. I'm happy he's finally here showing up racing with us. Have not seen him in a long time. It's good to see him out here. Kevin Medida, he had that gap down to 2 seconds. And then it's all the way back up to 6. Now it's down to 4. We're going to go on board with him and see what it's looking like. Brad McCombs taking a suspiciously wide line out there. It looks like Kevin just kind of cruising behind him. Brad McCombs kind of seems like he's all over the place. He's in the dirt. He may be a little drunk. We're not for sure.
He might be.
He might be.
It is only sim racing.
In the turbo turd. I like the turbo turd. That sums up how I feel about the Porsche. He's going around. It looks like Kevin has an opportunity to pass, but he's not taking those opportunities. Looks like he gets close to Brad and then just kind of lets off a little bit and won't make it around. He's right here. Looks like he's sticking his nose up on the inside, maybe hoping to make Brad make a little mistake. Looks like Brad's covering on the inside. They both sweep out a little bit. Brad firing into turn 9 much faster than Kevin's able to, but we'll see if Kevin can get on the gas earlier and make a run. He is. He's closing down the gap. 5/10, down to 4/10. He's going to close it down to about 3/10 before this first corner. Maybe he's able to make a move. It is not looking like it. Looks like we got Nate Sides past Richard Costanza. He lined up that pass through turn 1. Looks like he dived up the inside and just took it around the outside. No problem. Patrick Cantrell.
Nate Sides went from 6th to freaking 15th.
Ooh. Looks like Patrick Cantrell was able to pass the Barbie car. The Barbie Ferrari not looking too good out there. Yeah, Nate Sides still up 5 places from his qualifying. How can that be true? Didn't he qualify
Nate
like
Sides
6th?
qualified 6th, and he's now in 15th.
Oh boy, my computer's all messed up. It's not having a good day. Kim Brow's still out in front, 7/10, about 7/10 ahead of everyone.
Aaron Myers and Jake Luther are having a really good fight. Aaron Myers qualifying in 3rd, and Jake Luther qualifying in 2nd. He definitely stole that from him.
This group has just been in the same exact position this entire race, all 30 minutes. Well,
Nate Sides spinning again.
Nate Sides off track. Oh no. Let's take a look. There's the 7-Eleven styrofoam cup. Back end gets a little
oversteer.
loose. Yeah. The mid-engine cars. That's why I
Snap
always like the
understeer, I'm sorry.
BMW. It's a lot safer, but not this season. And he is just cutting the grass over there. Lawnmower.
What
Is
car
he going
is
to take
it
it
in
into
the
the
Audi?
pits? He takes it in the pits. Yeah, he's in the Audi.
Wow.
I'm surprised he went into the pits.
Well, it should be white flag lap coming to the line this time.
That is going to be an unfortunate finish for Nate Sides. He's down in 19th. He's still in the pits.
I might be wrong on that.
Oh, he's out of the pits. He's down in 20th, though. Looks like Billy Bowerman went off track. We'll take a look and see what happened. And the Audis and the Porsches. That was a good save, though. He hung that out all Tokyo Drift style through the grass, but got lapped by the top 3 and Mike Braun.
Scott Kimbrough is slowly losing pace. Lap 19, he dropped to 13.9. Lap 20, he dropped to 14.3. And lap 21, he dropped to 14.5. Slowly losing pace. That might give P2 some wiggle room.
But he's still maintaining that 7-second gap.
Disgusting.
Jeff McDonald made a pass on Douglas Jerem. There he is making a pass on that Barbie Ferrari with another Porsche mowing through the grass coming behind him. Will Coffey, that was Will Coffey behind him, mowing through the grass. Looks like Richard Costanza entered the pits. Wonder if he had a drive-through. I think he might have been taking, is he taking fuel? He stopped there for a little bit of time. Makes me think he was taking fuel, because that was a lot more than a stop and go.
Did he take tires? I don't think so. There's no point to take tires this late.
Nah, he didn't take any tires. Car didn't go up in the air. Just, it looks like he took fuel, honestly. He's only got 2 incidents.
Interesting.
It is possible, you know, if you spin enough, you're super hard on the fuel, it's possible to have to take it, because 30-minute race, 30 minutes of fuel, you mess up, you use too much, it's going to happen. Matthew Wyckoff, who we saw, who Kevin Hayes was trying to battle, just went off. Was Kevin Hayes battling Matthew Wyckoff? Or he was behind Brad McCombs? Something happened to Brad McCombs? Brad McCombs entered the pits. Why did Brad McCombs pit? Are people running out of gas? Oh,
That's what it's seeming like.
He went off the track. A lot of people go off the track. Well, a lot of people. 2 people so far went off the track there on that last corner and then just entered the pits. So I'm not sure if it gives you some kind of unsafe pit entry. Nate Sides entered pit lane.
That's got to be for damage.
He's got no damage.
He just exited the pits. Maybe he has a stop and go from incident points, or a drive-through for stop and
According to my screen, no one's got that yet, except
really?
Landon Orr. He did have 10, so he would have had that.
Well, your screen is all screwed up anyway.
Oh, I had to sneeze. Okay, I'm back. Billy Bowerman went off track. Billy Bowerman, what's up in that Audi? Yeah, just driving off, and he's going to hit that curb, smash back up. If that didn't fuck up the alignment, I don't know what will. How much time we got left in this race? A little under, like 15 seconds?
I'm lost at this point. It says elapsed time of 35 minutes.
It looks like we got 29 and 52 seconds, so I think Scott Kimbrough is definitely going to be on his final lap.
As long as he can keep it clean, he's got this. Nice and easy win for him.
I think he's going to keep it clean. He's only got 1X. He is 8 seconds above everyone else. He's out there cruising to victory. Who is his teammate?
Scott Kimbrough's teammate is Mike Braun. And Mike Braun's in P5. That'll be a good result for them.
They're definitely going to get some good points tonight. I think some people out there definitely had to stop for fuel because there's quite a bit of pit lane action going on. We did have the high downforce setup tonight, so that could be responsible for using a little more fuel on those straights.
Oh, this is white flag here. Oh, wait. No, this is...
Yeah, there's a checkered flag. That is Scott Kimbrough. Kona Cross. That is our race winner, Scott Kimbrough. Second place, we got Aaron Myers in that Ferrari. Third place, Jake Luther in that Porsche. And fourth place, Aubrey Kundal, looking like he was going to sneak around for the win there in that Lamborghini, but couldn't quite make it happen. Mike Braun, fifth place, also in the Lamborghini. We got Daryl Weiniger. Hard for me to talk. Sixth place coming across the line. Matthew Whitekoff also in the Porsche, managed seventh place tonight. Up 11 spots from his qualifying, according to me, but that could be wrong. We have our first OMEC finisher of the night, Kevin Hayes in 8th place. Behind him, we got Bradley Alvis in the Lamborghini. 10th place, Kevin Medida in the BMW. BMW making it top 10. I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like he does have some damage on the front end, but he was able to just keep it clean, keep it in the top 10. I think that was a good finish for him. Does it say what team he's on? Or is he on a team?
Kevin?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing him on a team. I think he's a solo driver. Paying for his own ride.
There you go. My results are all messed up, but that is your top 10 as we've went through it. That's Willow Springs. Coming up next at now 7:40. Everyone's got to get out of here real quick. The Okayama server is going to set up. We got another 20 minutes of practice. We have an actual 10 minutes of solo qualifying this time instead of open qualifying. Let's see if we can get Scott Kimbrough and Aaron Myers in the booth super quick before they got to hop in to
There's
the next
Scott
race.
Kimbrough. He's ready to roll.
He's ready to roll. Let me just ping a message quick to, who is it? Myers? Is he P? Who's P2?
Yeah, Aaron Myers was P2 and Jake Luther was P3.
All right, well, we are going to start with Scott Kimbrough.
I got this one in the bag.
You got it. Scott Kimbrough, P1. I'm going to let Devin Adams take this away. Go for it.
First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
See, I noticed that in the first 3 laps, you pulled a 2-second gap on all your competitors, and by the 16th lap, you pulled a 6-second gap. What was going through your head for that?
Well, at the start, just trying to make sure and stay on track. It's a really fun track, but it's really pretty treacherous. You're carrying a lot of speed in pretty much every corner, so making sure you stay on track, especially with the rules here being only 10x for a drive-through, so it's pretty easy to get an X here. So I just tried to, not burn up the tires and stay on the track, and getting a little bit of gap allowed me to make sure I didn't have any fuel issues because that was very close, and also, save the tires for later if I needed them.
How was that saving the tires on this track? I feel like it's a pretty warm track.
Yeah, it is. It kind of beats up the left side tires, but they hold up okay if you don't abuse them. If you do, you'll start to really feel it in the top part of the track where you make those right-handers up at the top of the hill.
Yep.
You'll definitely notice it if you abuse your tires. So I actually really like the latest tire model from iRacing. The way that it's set up, it really helps you think about managing your tires, how they feel, and making them last for a whole race.
I agree. I feel like the new tire model is really, really good.
Yeah, agreed.
Did you get any incident points tonight? I didn't see any from you.
I did. I got one. I thought I let off enough, but I got one on the final turn just before the pit lane. I must have just barely put a half a wheel off or something, and I got 1x, so that's okay. I'll take that. Man.
You lapped 16 different cars tonight. Did you feel any difficulty or pressure getting around all of them?
Actually, they were pretty cooperative. I thought everybody did a pretty good job for a track that's really fast and can be really pretty dangerous. But yeah, no, I didn't encounter any issues other than one car spinning in the dirt in front of me, but he thankfully was far enough off track that it didn't affect me. So it was all good.
I got you. That was an awesome race from you, man. That's all I got for you. Congratulations again.
I
You're
really
killing
appreciate
this league.
it. Thank you guys for the broadcast and the league.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's awesome having you here.
Thank you.
All right, that was Scott Kimbrough. We have Aaron Myers sitting in the interview room. We'll bring him in for P2. Aaron Myers, P2. How did you feel about that race tonight?
Hey, it was good. Yeah, I had a lot of fun in that race. I didn't think I was going to have the pace to be in the top 3, and then kind of realized I did, so I went chasing for P2.
Yeah, I was looking towards the end, Luther and Kundal behind you. I was expecting them to try to make a move, but it seems like you guys are just riding around in a train the whole race.
Yeah, I was trying to play a defensive line, so to speak, but still have the pace, so I was not trying to leave any room for them to go for any moves or anything. So
definitely looks like you were able to hold them off well. Well, are you excited for Okayama coming up next? Have you raced that track much?
Not in GT3s. I've only raced it in MX5s, so this is going to be a good one for sure.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be quite the difference. It's actually pretty good for GT3s. I don't mind it.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, it looks like that server is definitely already open, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet, let you get over there, get some practice. Thanks for racing with us tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you next race.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Bye. And that was our interviews, P1 and P2. We're going to take a little intermission here while I get everything loaded up for the next race. But we will be back shortly, 10-15 minutes. And we'll be right back at you, bringing you the action.
Oh boy, do I have some fun facts about Okayama for you. Oh, I'm ready for it. Yep, 1990. You know what the first race was that wasn't like just a country club race? It was in 1992 with Ayrton Senna winning the first Okayama 500. Did you know that? I think it's kilometers, just because this is in Japan. Did you know that the main straight is over 1 kilometer long, making it one of the longest straights of all tracks in the world? I said one of. It's not the longest. It's one of the longest. Yes, sir. Oh, now you're asking too many questions. You're asking too many questions at this point. Now, did you know that this track was used as a test track for the original Nissan GTR? Yes, it does. Did you know that the highest speed achieved was by Mika Häkkinen at just under 200 miles an hour? F1 car, of course. Oh. I do not follow F1 even a little bit, so I had no idea. Yep. That is interesting. I did not know that. Yeah, no, that would be horrible. Yeah. Any front end damage, your feet are gone. Man. Yep. Yep. That's horrible. Wow. That's crazy. I didn't hear it, so I think you're good. That's what I'm trying to figure out. No. Oh yeah. We'll take that. Aikido. Oh yeah, there he goes. What was that? 720? Man. Aikido is how you say Tony's last name. Aikido. I was saying Kasaido. Aikido. Yeah, you were close enough. I was way off, as usual. Ooh. Oh man, dude, they're 1,000th off. Wow. Yes, Jake Luther is 0.288 and Scott Kimbrough is a 289. No, that is amazing. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Man, the gap from 4th to 5th. Do they only get 2 laps, or is it unlimited amount of laps as long as you finish within 10 seconds or 10 minutes? I gotcha. You mean 3 including the outlap, or? I gotcha. Well, hopefully the 3 official laps. This race, everybody put in a qualifying lap. I can run us through the grid. We got Jake Luther in first. We got Scott Kimbrough in second. Aubrey Crandall in third. Jeffrey McDonald in fourth. Mike Brown in fifth. Aaron Myers in sixth. Nick T. Terrell. I think I just said it right that time. Tyrrell in seventh. Brad McCombs in eighth. Adam Waukee in ninth. Kevin Medita in 10th. Bradley Alvis in 11th. Nate Sides in 12th. Daryl Wininger in 13th. Billy Bowerman in 14th. Landon Orr in 15th. Matthew Wyckoff in 16th. That's uncommon for him coming that low. Peto Montevero in 17th. John Kelly in 18th. Will Coffey in 19th. Kevin Hayes in 20th. Patrick Cantrell in 21st. Mitch Buenaventura in 22nd. Tony Caicedo in 23rd. Richard Costanza in 24th. Clarence Rosa in 25th. Bob Lindell, our boy, in 26th. Michael Doyen in 27th. Douglas Jerem in 28th. And Shane Brown in 29th. That was you. I was really rooting for you. I thought you were gonna get first. For some reason. Protest it. Mr. Cross will definitely. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this Marcus guy. He just kind of makes me sick to my stomach, even just listening to his voice. Yep. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, he was. That's interesting. No wrecks, even though they went 3 wide through that turn 1. That's crazy. Hey, Marcus. The broadcast can't hear you. They can only hear me.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear anything I was saying. That was beautiful. That was the best I've ever done. It's all downhill from here. I'm back.
Perfect.
You can hear me.
So good.
I was on a roll, but here we got Jake Luther still out front. Scott Kimbrough is behind him. They're coming through the final corner. They're on the main stretch. We'll see if Scott Kimbrough got a better exit than Jake Luther. It's not really looking like it. Jake Luther's still pulling behind. We got that train of all those GT3 cars behind him. Jake Luther's still going to be able to maintain that lead. Scott Kimbrough behind him and Aubrey Kundral in third. I can't believe you guys couldn't hear any of that wonderful commentary.
That really was beautiful.
I was on a roll. Oh, that's upsetting. Hold on. Oh, no. I unplugged my headphones. I can't hear anything, but you can probably still hear me. This is a disaster. Hold on. Hey, I can hear stuff now. Could you hear me?
I could hear you perfect fine.
I backed up my office chair and ripped my headphones out of the computer.
Ooh, that's not good for that port.
We're doing great. All right, Sean Brown. He had a crash. Let's see what happened. Where is Sean Brown? He is in that camo Mercedes. I don't know. Was that the crash? Oh, there it is. He a little bit on the gravel. Got those back tires all messed up. He spun around that final corner. Hit those tires a
Now,
little bit.
something interesting. Nate Sides just put the fastest lap of the entire OMEC sim racing team in the Audi, knocking a whole 0.8 off of his lap, or off of the old lap, with a 131.3.
That is impressive. But just for the OMEC sim team, right?
Just for our racing team.
I support it. I'm all about it. What position is he in? He's in 13th.
He's down there right now. He lost. Oh, we got Richard Costanza off the track. He luckily avoided that wall. That could have been a race ender for him.
That Porsche Richard Costanza, that American flag, chrome-looking Porsche, she did just barely keep it out of that wall. A little bit of grass kicked up on the track there, but he is back. You know, it's crazy. My computer, the live will work fine on a hosted race, but not our race for some reason. We'll figure that out. There's Costanza back on the track. Still, Jake Luther up front. He must be... He was ready.
Whoa,
he was ready for
Nick
Okayama. Nick Tiro. Let's see what happened.
Man, I can't figure out that last name. I even asked him in between races.
Like tears. Like tears of joy.
No, I
Tiro.
know exactly how to say it, but
And
it
the
just
mystery
won't come out of my
machine.
mouth right.
Wow, that just... What a weird spin. Just kicked him right around, and he lost so many places. That's going to be pretty disheartening. Spun it around quick. He's got that traction control toggle button for sure. Spun around a couple people on Patrick Cantrell. Maybe he will take that opportunity to get around him. Couldn't quite make it happen. I can't believe this was a track made in the 90s, raced on by Ayrton Senna and Mika Hannigan?
However the hell you say his name, I'm not even gonna try.
They're both famous F1 drivers.
Yeah, I know exactly who they are. I'm terrible at pronouncing names.
I think F1 should go to Okayama. I think it'd be fun.
They don't?
They do not. This is
That'd
definitely
be interesting.
This is definitely not an F1 track. They only go to FIA Grade 1 circuits.
So they go to Suzuka, don't they?
Yes. I believe, what grade is this track? I'm going to look it up. I'm on the Wikipedia page.
Oh man, don't pull out Wikipedia.
Oh, man.
Don't source that.
Hey, Wikipedia is a fine source. I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't use it as a source. You'll get points knocked off your grade.
I'm not in high school. That was over 10 years ago. I'm fine. It is not in grade 1. It is not in grade 2.
Oh no.
Knock Hill is in grade 3.
Really? Knock Hill's in grade 3?
Yeah, it's not in grade.
Okayama
It's not in grade
isn't?
3. It's not in grade 4. It's not
It
graded
must
at
not
all.
be graded.
No.
Yeah, no, it must not be graded.
Well, that seems crazy. If they've driven cars there. Although Wikipedia, bad source, who knows?
Very interesting. Next thing you know, there will be a NASCAR race over here.
There was
It's like
actually.
Willow Springs.
It's actually grade 2.
Okay.
Grade 2 certification may host events involving automobiles of groups D and E with a weight to power ratio of 1 to 2 kilograms per horsepower. I don't know what any of that means. But Detroit Street Circuit is in grade 2. Lime Rock is in grade 2.
Lime
got
Rock is in grade 2.
Barbara Motorsports Park, Brands Hatch, Canadian Tire is in grade 2. Canadian Tire is
You mean Chicanes R Us?
almost... No, Canadian Tire is not Chicanes R Us. That is, you're thinking of Montreal. Circuit,
Oh, yep.
Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve. I said that perfectly. I dare anyone to challenge me.
How many years of French did you take?
None. Are you telling me
Oh, I
you
was
took
gonna say
French?
it. No. I was going to say, if you said you took 5 years, I'd believe you. That was impressive.
I have taken no foreign language classes. Looks like Douglas Jerem crashed. Let's see what happened. We missed that while we were talking about unimportant things. And the Barbie Ferrari. I really like that he runs the Barbie Ferrari. I'm going to remember him forever. I don't think he crashed. Oh, he did. Just barely, but he got on the brakes. Got it done. Kept it safe. Kept
Was that a crash? or
no
was that just an
damage.
offset?
I mean, I mean, SDK said it was a crash, but what are you going to do? What really is a crash when you think about it?
Well, my definition would be obviously hitting something.
Daryl Weiniger, and I believe that's Nate Sides, side by side through two corners now. The two most technical corners on the track, honestly, into the third most technical corner on the track, into the last, and Nate Sides comes out up front, but he's got Jeff McDonald behind him in that Ninja Botanicals Porsche, looking to make a move, gets around Daryl Weiniger easily on the inside, hoping to hunt down Nate Sides in that Audi. That was honestly impressive. That was beautiful. We're going to go back and see that as a replay. Nate Sides. He sends it up the inside there on that first hairpin. But Daryl Weiniger is able to keep it too wide side by side, going through that next left-hander. And then there's the second left-hander that's super technical, still side by side, but Nate Sides just gets the exit, rides it out on the curb, and is able to get in front of him. And that leaves Daryl Weiniger just vulnerable enough for Jeff McDonald to sneak ahead in that, or not Jeff McDonald, sorry, John Kelly and that Ninja Botanicals Porsche to sneak ahead up into 13th place, and Nate Sides is up into 12th. We got a lot of passing going on. Patrick Cantrell passed Brad McCombs. Anything happen? There's Patrick Cantrell in that OMEC Porsche. Where did he pass Brad McCombs? I don't see Brad McCombs there at all. I see no one there. Is that Brad McCombs in the Porsche? Is Brad McCombs in the Porsche?
McCombs. Where is McCombs?
He's in
There
a
he
Ferrari.
is.
I don't know what happened.
He's not even on the track. Oh, he disconnected.
He does have bad internet. Brad McCombs, he races in like a little hut in the fucking wilderness of New York State. I've talked to this man for like 2 years. He's got, literally, it's like a little shed, and he has this little wooden car sim rig thing he's made. It's amazing.
Kind of like Jimmy Broadbent's old setup.
Yeah, literally, but it's super, no, it's like one person sized. He made a little wooden car that he puts a sim rig in, and he's got this little shed, and he lives in like the middle of the forest in New York State, and he runs off a 4G hotspot, and he always has internet problems. And if one day he doesn't have internet, you know what? One day before the race, we're gonna interview Brad McCombs. Brad McCombs, if you're watching this, you get an interview before the race because you always join these league races and you disconnect, and we need to talk to you about your setup.
I'll bet you his lady friend forced him out there.
She might have. He does talk about it, but he's got this whole
Or guy friend.
He's got, no, it's a lady friend.
Okay,
He's got this whole
okay,
sim
okay.
shed set up. He's ready to go. I wish
my
I could share a setup. I wish I could share a picture of it on the broadcast, but I don't know how because I'm incompetent. But that is really disappointing that Brad McCombs is out. It does seem like every time I've raced with him, it's either his VR or his internet that's let him down.
But he's in VR too.
Yeah, VR and running off a 4G hotspot in the middle of the woods. It's amazing
Wow.
he gets any official races done at all.
That is somewhat impressive, actually.
It is honestly pretty impressive. Looks like we got Tony Casito off track. We'll see what happened here. Hopefully. There it is. He's in that yellow Porsche. That's a cool looking livery. Looks like back end just came around, but he got through the grass. No problem. And then we got Adam Wake off track. He's in the Ferrari tonight. A brown Ferrari, which is interesting. Just kind of cruised it through the gravel. No problem. Who is Adam's teammate? Valhalla Motorsport.
Valhalla Motorsport?
Yeah.
Matthew Wyckoff and Adam Walkie. Walkie?
I'm going to say Wake, but I'm not for sure.
I feel like it's he.
He?
Yeah, like
Bring
the I is kind of silent.
But wouldn't it be Hay? We're gonna have to talk to him. Everyone's
Yeah, we're
gonna
gonna
hate
call
us
him.
by the time this is over, but we promise we're learning. We're trying.
We're gonna need another Google Doc going out there for name pronunciation.
Oh, we should do that. That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
Why don't we do that? That'd be smart. Nick Tyrrell past John Kelly. We'll see coming into the hairpin there before the complex section. Just kept the inside line. Got around John Kelly, no problem. He spun at the beginning of the race, didn't he, Nick Tyrrell?
Yes, he did.
Yep, he is making his way back up. He's back up to 13th. He's down 6 places from his qualifying position, so he's got a lot of room to make up. He is a man on a mission. Behind him, we got John Kelly. And behind him, we got Daryl Weiniger, who's down 2 spots from his qualifying, but it looks like he's trying to make a position on John Kelly. But behind him, we got Kevin Hayes in that OMEC Audi, trying to make a move on Daryl Weiniger. We also got Kevin Medida, our man in the BMW. He's up 1 from qualifying. He's up in P9. He's got Billy Bowerman all over the back of him in that Audi, but he's looking to hunt down Adam Wake in that brown Ferrari. I don't like that. I don't like brown. Do you like brown? You like brown on a livery? It definitely
like better colors to choose.
I mean, it definitely stands out on the broadcast. So, out of everyone I've noticed, it's either Adam Wake or the Barbie car. Who's in the Barbie car? I know his name.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
What's his name? You should know. You're the broadcaster.
No, you're the.
You don't know the name?
broadcaster.
You kidding me? Douglas Jerem is who it is. I knew
That's
all
who it
along.
was.
Douglas Jerem in the Barbie Ferrari. There he is,
It's
cruising
not just
around.
any Barbie Ferrari. It's the Hot Wheels Mattel.
Also,
Barbie Ferrari.
I don't know if anyone heard that knock, but it was me touching my mic, and then it fell off and hit me in the teeth. And it kind of hurt. I'm not going to lie. But I'm powering through it for this broadcast. So just... That sucked. That was not fun. I don't wish that on anyone. But
This race has just been moment after moment for us, hasn't it?
my teeth hurt. But P1, we still got Jake Luther. He is pulling away from Scott Kimbrough. We're going to interview Scott Kimbrough
really
again, but it's going to be P2 because Scott Kimbrough is 3.5 seconds behind Jake Luther.
When I checked last, about lap 8 or 9, Jake Luther was was 0.8 off of Scott Kimbrough. Now Scott Kimbrough is catching back up.
Not
not
really.
half that time
If he
off.
was 0.8, now he's 3.4.
Yeah, 0.3, right? He's knocked 5
No,
cents off.
not
that.
0.3, 3.3.
Jake Luther to Scott Kimbrough.
Yeah, 3 seconds. 3 whole seconds. There's Douglas. Oh God,
Or
Douglas.
maybe my
Doug-
computer's messed up now.
Wait, hold on,
I'm gonna throw
Douglas.
this thing out the window.
Hold on, Douglas Jerem has no front end on that Ferrari. We got to see what happened. Hold up, Douglas Jerem. We got to back up. We're backing up, bud. Don't worry. We're gonna see what happened. He hit like 10 walls. He's on the first hairpin coming up the hill. He gets on the grass. Back end swings around. He hits one wall, slams into it. How does he get? He backs up across the track. Ooh, he almost hit the second wall. He didn't. He stopped just in time, spun it around, and that is Douglas Jerem in a bumperless Barbie Ferrari. He spins again. He hits another wall. He's half in the pit lane. He's backing out onto the track. He comes to a stop. He's coming around. He should just pit right now for that fast repair. Take that penalty, but he's not. He's in the grass. I feel like he's thinking about pitting. He's not. He let someone through. He's still driving on the grass. Lawnmower sim right now, letting everyone pass. He's back on the main straight. That's pretty rough looking. He's got no front bumper. He's going to have to take a pit stop and take that fast repair. There's no way he can continue this race. Although, you know, when you're in the cockpit, sometimes you get in an accident and you have no idea the whole front of your car. Oh, he slides around, fishtails, almost takes out Nate Sides. And into the wall. He's sitting in the grass. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about towing. He should probably just tow right now. There he goes. Into the pits. For Douglas Jerem. The Barbie Ferrari. Pour one out for our homie. R.I.P. Press F to pay respects for Douglas Jerem. In front, we have Jake Luther. In that Porsche, she's still cruising. 3.7 seconds. Kim Brow is just hoping Luther's going to make a mistake at this point. Who's on the... So who is Kim Brow and Braun are on a team, right? You got the team roster up. I know you do. He's muted. Devin Adams is muted. I am by myself in the booth. I don't know what happened. Devin Adams is gone. I can only assume that he was murdered to death in some terrible, tragic accident. We're not sure, but let's look at the team results. We got teams. We got Scott Kimbrough and Mike Braun, but who is Luther? It's Luther and Justin Hall on a team together. I don't think Hall is in this race, but Shut Up and Drive B. Oh, sorry. Shut Up and Drive A is Justin Hall and Jake Luther. And Luther is looking to bring home some good points tonight because he is in P1. I don't think Justin Hall is in this race. He's not. I don't think Justin Hall was in the previous race. So Jake Luther looking to bring home some points for the teams tonight. He's only a 2K IR driver, and he is pulling a very big gap on Scott Kimbrough. 5K IR driver. Very impressed tonight. Jake Luther doing his best.
Oh, what did I miss?
In that Porsche. There you are. What's up?
Hey, I'm here. I'm back.
Your mic was very much muted.
Yeah, there was a little bit of an incident.
What kind of incident?
We will expand on that later.
Understandable. So I was just talking about Jake Luther. I was looking to see what team he was on. He's on the team with Justin Hall. Was Justin Hall in the last race?
No, he was not. Yeah, I was... See, I came back and I didn't realize I was muted in both my mic and my Discord. So I realized that Mr. Justin Hall was not here for either races.
So Jake Luther's trying to make up as much points as he can and try and take him away from Scott Kimbrough, because Kimbrough and Braun are both in this. But they're Shut Up and Drive B. Who is Shut Up and Drive A?
Shut Up and Drive A. No.
Oh, that's them. So
Yep,
Shut Up and
Bradley
Drive
Alvis
B.
and Kevin Medina.
Alvis and Medina are not... They might still be in second place just for the fact that they got two people showing up, but Luther is putting in work right now. He's getting all the points he possibly can for having a missing teammate.
But then we have Slomek, you know, our boys.
Our boys.
Cantrell and Lindell. They're up there.
Where are they? Are they up
Bob's
there?
In 21st.
That's
and
not up
Lindell
there. That's
is in-
21st.
Hey, that's enough out of you. Our
Listen,
boys are gonna
listen,
take this victory.
as the owner of the OMEC sim racing team, we're gonna have a discussion with Bob Lindell later. Where's Patrick Cantrell?
Oh, he's in 16th.
Right now it says 16th is John Kelly.
Oh, 9th. Wait.
Patrick Cantrell is 15th. Oh,
15th,
he's
okay.
even better. He is past John Kelly. Actually,
sure?
let's take a look at that. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at that right now.
Oh, there it
Patrick
is now.
Cantrell.
Yep.
We're gonna go cockpit. We're gonna go back. Hold on.
I only see their position at the line.
So Patrick Cantrell, after the first hairpin, looks like he did get a good run on John Kelly. Coming up to the second hairpin, he braked a little earlier, but was still able to send it up the inside of John Kelly. It looks like they were too wide coming through that second turn there. Kept it around the outside. Was still able to keep up enough speed around the outside. He's still too wide of John Kelly. John Kelly's all the way on the inside, but he comes back, tries to squeeze Patrick Cantrell, but has no chance. Patrick squeezes it in, makes the pass. Even with a damaged rear bumper, you can see that exhaust there, like pointing up towards the sky. He's definitely gotten hit on the back. And he made that pass.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good. He's up 6 places from his qualifying. Meanwhile, Rob Lindell up 5 places. So both of them
Rob?
still... Bob Lindell. The same thing.
I'm pretty sure you said Kevin
I don't
Lindell
know.
in the first race.
I
too.
didn't say Kevin Lindell. I don't think that's true.
No, I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't know, but there
'Cause
is...
Kevin and Bob were fighting, and you said Kevin Lindell.
Listen, I'm trying my best. But there is our man, Coming out of the pits, Douglas Jerem. Where's he at? Coming out of the pits in a brand new, perfectly fixed Barbie Ferrari. Driving through the gravel a little bit there. He entered the pit lane again. Nate Sides is also in the pit lane. What happened to Nate Sides? We got a crash. Let's go. Let's scroll back here. Douglas Jerem crashed. Jerem. Let's see Douglas Jerem's crash. Oh, that was his crash from where he hit the wall. Okay. Why did Nate Sides enter the pit lane? Nate Sides has got a pretty damaged bumper. Oh, he entered that pit lane so late. Do you see my screen right now?
Oh, man.
Go back. Look at this. He just hopped in. That is going to be an unsafe pit entry. That's going to be terrible. That's a 30-second hold.
Wow.
Why did he have to go in the pit lane like that? He must have had a meatball or something. I'm looking through and I can't see anywhere where Nate Sides crashed. I don't know how he picked up that damage. I can't see it. I don't know how Nate Sides picked up that damage. That's unfortunate, though. He was in the pits for quite a long time.
Does Jake Luther have any incident points yet?
I
don't think he does.
don't think he does either. Let me get back to our live view. Jake Luther, it says he has 1x on my screen.
I got you.
I don't know how accurate that is, but it looks like the most we have is 5x. Looks like we did have a crash, though, from Clarence Rosa. We're going to take a look and see what happened in that yellow and white Porsche. Coming around turn 1, coming into T2. Looks like he just got that gravel on the outside, and that was enough to just take that big engine in the back, swing it around, and there he goes. But he kept it out of the wall, kept it safe. He's back on the track, no damage. Shane Brown went off track. We'll see what happened there. Ooh, that turn 2 is just catching a lot of people out. He spun in the exact same place that Clarence Rosa did. Shane Brown crashed. Again, is the same person in the Mercedes? Looks like he's just coming to a stop, letting everyone by, and being a nice person. Looks like we have Mitch Buenaventura. I haven't had to say that name yet, but I just got to say it. Buenaventura got around John Kelly.
That's
nice.
A fun one, isn't it?
That is a fun one. Nice quick pass in there. Our boy Landon Orr has crashed. Landon Orr in the 7-Eleven Cup Audi. He went on the dirt there a little bit, but I don't know if he really crashed. Oh, yeah, there goes the back end around. Just barely. No damage, but that's going to be a bummer. Looks like John Kelly then got back around Mitch Buenaventura going around the outside on the second to last corner. What a place to pass. Side by side, coming in the last corner. He just got around him there, and he is in front of him on the straight. That was a beautiful pass. Good job, John Kelly. I would expect nothing less from the retired Formula racer. Is that what you said he was?
It was RC racing.
Oh, like remote control cars? Or like
but
driving
I
cars?
think he actually used to race prototypes, but I think the Formula cars were RC cars.
Interesting. We should get him in for an interview. We should ask him.
We should.
Looks like Tony Casado passed Mitch Buenaventura as well. Just sent it right up on the inside. Looks like on turn 4 there, coming up on the back straight. That was a beautiful pass for 17th place. Landon Orr crashed. Let's see what happened to Landon Orr. Landon Orr in the Audi. Landon Orr and Nate Sides run the same car, don't they? Man, the Audi the back end just comes around. Is the Audi the new Porsche or what?
No, the Porsche is still the Porsche.
Yeah, but the Audi's doing just like the Porsche now.
Let me just say that you should be glad you're running the LMDH for the Daytona 24, not the Porsche.
I would never race the Porsche in a serious event. It was really good, like, what was it, like a year ago? There was a time where the Porsche would just kill you, and then they made it good, but it still has that kill you vibe. The Audi has always been death.
Yeah, but the new one I love. I feel like it's super safe as long as you have the right setup for it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, although not right now. Looks like Landon Orr passed Tony Casito because Tony Casito went off the track. Landon Orr, number 69. Let's see how Tony Casito looks like he just spun. Who car's he in?
Tony Casito or Casito? Looks like a Porsche.
We're gonna get him in an interview just so be like, hey, how do you pronounce your name?
No, I already asked him in between races.
Yeah,
Casito.
But you've said it like 3 different ways in this broadcast.
That's enough out of you.
Ooh, let's take a look at that again. He was right behind John Kelly. It looks like he was trying to make a run. He got the inside line. He definitely had more speed for turn 2 there, but he just touched the back bumper of John Kelly, and there he goes, spun. Going the back way. Let's see if he's going to back into traffic. We'll see how good he recovers. Doing a good job waiting for traffic. Backs out on the track. He needs to learn the traction control cut button from Nick Tyrrell. Nick Tyrrell, speaking of, has made his way all the way back up to 11th place from that spin early on where he had to had to wait for like 20 people to pass him, and here he is back up in 11th.
Scott Kimbrough is catching back up to Jake Luther.
He is only 1.3 seconds. Looks like Jake Luther might be not taking it as easy on the tires as Scott Kimbrough is. It's getting a little dark out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I think you said it to 8X this race.
Very dark. Is this the checkered flag? This is the checkered flag. Jake Luther takes the win at Okayama. Scott Kimbrough takes P2 amazingly. Aubrey Kundal, 3rd place. Mike Braun in 4th. And Jeff McDonald. Jeff McDonald managed to finish 5th. I think that's one of his highest finishes here. Aaron Myers right behind him in P6. Adam Waukay able to finish 7th. He finished this race this time. That's good. That's going to get him some points. Bradley Alvis in P8. Kevin Medina, our BMW driver, P9. That's 1 spot higher than his qualifying. And then in P10, we do have Nick Tyrrell in that Audi. That is beautiful. I can't believe the race is already over. I can't believe it's been a half hour. Man.
These races have been going by so quick tonight.
That is crazy. Let's see. We got Luther and Kimbrough. Who did we interview last race?
I got Kimbrough last race.
And Myers. Myers was in P2. Let's get them. I'm going to add them in the chat. We'll bring them on down. What's Luther's first name?
Jake.
Let's see if we can. Who's last place? Let's see if
last. Will Coffey, but he's 18 laps down.
I
would say
Brad McCombs?
Douglas Jerem.
Oh, Douglas Jerem. Yeah, let's get Douglas Jerem in here. We'll see if he'll get in here. Douglas Jerem. Actually, we're also going to see if Brad McCombs will get in. I'm adding them all.
Brad McCombs is 15 laps down. I don't think he's in here anymore. Because remember, he DC'd.
I'm still pinging him. I want him to come to the interview room.
I got you.
We got Scott Kimbrough, P2. Scott Kimbrough, P2, not P1. What happened at Okayama tonight?
Just playing with the grass a little bit. Yeah, I didn't actually get a chance to practice this at all, so not one of my favorite tracks. Didn't practice. Doesn't matter. No excuses. Jake drove a great race. Fantastic race, so congrats to him on the win. And then, yeah, I just got off, just caught the dirt. Felt like old school iRacing. Like, I just felt like I barely touched the grass, and it almost ended my race, so I was fortunate to catch it.
Yeah, we definitely saw a lot of that tonight, especially on turn 2 there. That after that first right-hander, then that left-hander, there was a lot of people spinning there. It's like they come around turn one and then just catch a little bit of the gravel there on the edge, and that would send them spinning around. A lot of the Audi is spinning tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the car feels okay there. Honestly, I probably should have just ran the Lambo, just because I had a feel for that car and didn't practice with the Audi, didn't practice on this track. And then when we got in here, like, it just felt completely different than what we just ran at Willow Springs. So
yeah, what made you what made you switch cars for this race?
Just because normally the Audi's the car I like to drive, and I figured it would be decent around this track, which I think it is. Just, didn't put in the practice time and get a good feel for it. It makes it very interesting with this format, where you go from one race to another. You can change cars, but then you kind of deal with the differences. So it's really cool.
Definitely, and it was definitely a hot, kind of slippery track out there. But you were closing down that gap to Luther. I was really excited. I had switched to you. I was like, "Oh, there he is, closing down the gap, 1.5 seconds," and then race was over. I couldn't believe it. So,
yeah, I didn't think I had enough time to catch up to him. He ran flawless race, so he deserved the win.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was very exciting. Well, happy to have you in here in the booth, P1, P2. I still think that's a pretty good finish for the week. So. Hopefully we'll see you back next week for the endurance race, and maybe we'll be talking to you again.
Forward to it.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
No problem. You too. All right, next up, let's do Jake Luther, P1.
We got a couple questions for him.
All right, I'm going to leave you in here with Jake. Here he is, P1. Jake, we're going to have Devin Adams do an interview with you.
First of all, gotta say it.
Well, they said him to the...
Okay. I'm gonna interview you in just a minute, Doug.
Sure.
All right, cool.
I started trying to make a move early on, and I just managed to stick it around the outside and hold on to it. And then he was just kind of glued to me. But I mean, we're really similar pace, so it was kind of us trading a tenth back and forth with each other. And I think both trying to keep the tires alive, because towards the end it was getting really rough. But I think he had a mistake somewhere in there, so at that point I just switched into find or lap time and just keep hitting that lap time while keeping my tires alive, and kind of just took it home that way.
It seems like no matter the track he's on, he just always has that pace, doesn't he?
Oh, he's a really quick guy. I race against him in another league, and he's right there at the top. It's not easy to even be near him, so yeah, definitely a good race.
Yeah, again, congratulations for even getting by him. He's insane.
Yeah, thanks,
so,
man.
I noticed that you only had one off track in that 30-minute race. Is that accurate?
That sounds right to me.
What kind of practice did you have to do to get to that point? Because I know Okayama can be really freaking hard to, lock in on.
Yeah, I didn't have really that much time to practice for this one. A lot of my time's been on Daytona and then learning Willow Springs. It's the first time running on that track. So I just did, I think 20 minutes yesterday, and then whatever the practice time we had now. It's a track I really like, so that kind of helps, but I've never done it in the GT3s before. So
You've never done this track in the GT3s before?
I don't think I have, no.
Wow. Not even Ferrari Challenge?
No, I don't do the Ferrari Challenge that often. I should, though.
That's crazy. That's all I got for you, unless Marcus has any more questions for you.
Nope, that's all I got. Thanks for showing up and racing with us tonight. I am excited to see what you got in it for the endurance race next week.
Yeah,
again, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And then we got, as always, our last place interview. You want to ask him questions? You're doing a lot better at this than I am.
That's all you, my man.
All right, I will do it. We got in the booth Douglas, DJ, Jerem. Usually we do some last place interviews. I don't think you were totally last place, but you're the only person here who hasn't disconnected and is still here.
Well,
so we'd like to hear from you.
Technically I was in last place for cars that were still going. So I don't know how that, how that works out.
Well,
the guys behind me had given up.
Definitely, 100%. So how did you feel about tonight's race?
So this one was a lot harder than Willow Springs. I just learned the track here a couple days ago, and new to the whole thing. So Willow Springs definitely went a lot better than this. Just had a little trouble that I didn't have in practice, which was just the back end of that Ferrari getting out from under me.
Yeah, that's interesting. So you think that Okayama is harder? Which one did you like better, Okayama or Willow Springs?
No, I liked Willow Springs, but that's maybe purely a function of how much time I had on each one. I had probably twice the time of practice and learning on Willow Springs, and so I had that down reasonably well. So I was slow, but very consistent lap times. Didn't spin it at all. That kind of thing. So
that's interesting. Because Willow Springs seems like a pain in the butt. I've never actually done a race on Willow Springs, but I bought it and I've done a lot of driving on it, and that whole like right hand like over the hill blind corner just messes me up completely. And Okayama just seems like the normal like kind of formula style track. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's right. I actually really hated Willow Springs at first, but once you get it figured out, sort of, as much as I have it figured out, and there is, I think probably because it's kind of short, it has a nice rhythm to it that's pretty easily repeatable. So yeah, I don't know, of the two, it was definitely my favorite of the two. But the whole season, all the tracks, I think I only, maybe one of the tracks I've actually known or learned before these races. So the whole season, a lot of challenges up ahead. Hopefully next season there'll be some repeats, and I'll be able to bring some past experience to the table.
Definitely. Are you excited for I'm excited to broadcast the endurance race next week. I missed last week, unfortunately, because of my crappy internet, but I am excited. The endurance races are usually pretty fun. The possibility of the yellow really shakes things up. So are you excited for that? Any kind of strategy that could play out there?
Yeah, no strategy. Stay on the track. You keep incident points. Very basic strategy, but yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Last week was the first endurance race I'd ever done, so now I've been through that once. So hopefully this one will go a little better, and have another track to learn this week. So lots to do to stay on the track and keep the points down.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for coming in the booth with us. Maybe we'll talk to you next week. Who knows? Maybe it'll be P1, P2 interview instead of last place. We'll see what happens. But thanks for coming in and talking to us.
Somehow I don't think so next week, but we'll see. And you're most welcome. Very enjoyable.
Right. Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
All right.
All right. That is it. We do have Bob Lindell in the booth with us for a few final words. Bob, what do you got for us?
Oh man, what a night! What a night! Big grids, two amazingly fun tracks, both of them super hot. Thank you, Marcus. And what a surprise! What a surprise at Okayama getting dark there right in the last couple laps. That was a blast.
I honestly didn't remember setting it that way, but I'm happy that it was great.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the replays. Thanks everybody who showed up tonight, and Marcus and Devin, thanks for taking the time, watching the race, and making it interesting. Thanks to Patrick for a lot of paints we see out there, and I'll see you guys all next week.
Awesome, definitely. We will definitely talk to you next week. Thanks for stopping by.
Yep.
And that is going to do it for us. That was Season 5, Week 3, Sprint Weekend at OMEC next week. Of course, Tuesday nights, we have the endurance race. There's definitely going to be a possibility, of the caution. All of that thrown in some race strategy. It's going to be pretty interesting. Devin Adams, you got any final words for us?
Just happy with another awesome week of racing. That was fantastic to watch. Can't wait till next week at Suzuka.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we will see you guys next week. Everyone who's still here, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for supporting us. We are trying our best. We will see you next week for the endurance race. Everyone, have a good night.